Do you just keep going with a task, even when your body is like screaming for a break? Do you sometimes just leave jobs or tasks incomplete because you can't finish them the way that you really want to? And do you sometimes not even start tasks or projects because you know you won't be able to finish them perfectly? In short, are you a perfectionist? Hello and welcome to NVC Life Hacks. I'm Shanti Garber and I'm a recovering perfectionist. I have a dozen books to my name. I just haven't written 11 of them yet. I have unrealistic ambitions, unrealistic expectations for my life. Somebody asked me what would constitute success in my life. What would mean that my life was successful? And I said, well, for a start, I want to get enlightened, and I also want 2 Nobel Prizes, one for peace and one for literature. So I'm 53, and I haven't even got a nomination for the first prize yet. So here are my 5 tips for being a recovering perfectionist. Number 1, connect to the underlying needs. So if you really were perfect, what would that give you? So for me, it's all about feeling safe. So if I'm perfect, then nobody can criticize me, so I'm safe from criticism. Maybe I'm lovable because I've done something extraordinary. Maybe I'll be valued. And then, of course, we need to look at the needs. Well, you know, what does it mean if you're always trying to be perfect? Well, I would say for me, it means I'm never really in my power. I'm always chasing after an unrealistic ideal. And of course, there are missed opportunities for learning because I just don't start the tasks or the projects that would give me learning. And there's a loss of creativity as well for the same reason. Number 2, we're not trying to become perfect. I like to remember what Marshall Rosenberg had to say about this. He said, we're not trying to become perfect. We're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to be progressively less stupid. So when you come to plan a task or start a task, just check with yourself, which needs are you trying to meet with this task, with this job? And remember that if it's worth doing badly. Number 3, process is as important as outcome. Perfectionists focus on the outcome of what they're doing, on the finished product, whereas recovering perfectionists focus on the process leading to the outcome. So one of the wisdom teachings of the Buddha is that everything is dependent on conditions. It follows that if you take care of the conditions, the ends or the outcome will take care of itself. Applying this to communication, we can say going for connection and hanging loose to the outcome. Number 4, give yourself permission to make mistakes. So Albert Einstein famously said, anyone who's never made a mistake has never tried anything new. So if you're not making mistakes, then you're probably not learning anything either. So make yourself a kind of mission statement and display it somewhere prominently in your workplace. My mission statement reads, I need space to be creative and to learn from my experience. I aim to make 10 mistakes per day. What's your target going to be? Number 5, ring the bells that still can ring. So I love to listen to Leonard Cohen, and he's the patron saint of recovering perfectionists. And I particularly recommend his song Anthem, which has the chorus, ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. So here are my 5 tips for recovering from perfectionism. Number 1, connect to the underlying needs. Number 2, we're not trying to become perfect. Number 3, process is as important as outcome. Number 4, give yourself permission to make mistakes. And number 5, ring the bells that still can ring.